from yesterday. Yesterday was actually a really good day in sales. Lots of stuff selling on both eBay and Poshmark yesterday. I had 9 orders on eBay, 8 orders on Poshmark, and then I had a Depop and a Mercari sale yesterday. So literally every platform sold yesterday. That's not typical for a Thursday. Typically Thursdays are one of my slowest days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but yesterday was really good. It's probably because it's heading towards the end of the month too, and obviously people get nice paychecks at the beginning of the month, and they're probably starting to spend them a little bit early. So over the next week, I'll probably get some sales. Also this weekend, I'm gonna put my store on probably like a 10 or 15% off sale, so I can clear out some older inventory and make some space out in the garage. We just rearranged the entire garage yesterday, made it look super nice. So yeah, now we have room to bring in a pallet if we get a pallet. In the meantime, wholesale, all that stuff will be able to come right through the garage door. So it's nice out there, but I want to clear out a little bit more space and also not have to take as much when we move. So what's up, Beverly? Welcome in. So feel free to hang out. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you say replay down in the chat. Make sure you like the live wherever you're watching it. I'd appreciate it. And then just hang out, see what's sold. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to drop them down in the chat. I always answer questions on these lives, so feel free to ask any questions that you have. Let me open up Nifty really quick and make sure this is all open. All right, we're going to start with our singular Mercari sale. Again, I'm not cross-listing to Mercari anymore. Anything that sells on Mercari is basically stuff that's been listed for a while. I'm not moving any more listings over because I just don't sell enough to make it make sense. So what's up, Lily? What's up, Nikki? First sale that we're going to go over is a pair of Anthropologie. These are Anthropologie women's. It's a pant and top set. Kayla found this at Red, White, and Blue for $16.05, $15 plus tax. And this one sold over on Mercari for $65. Nice little sale right there. This one's going out as probably FedEx. Oh no, it's going UPS ground. So it's going UPS ground. So that means it's going to go into a bag. We got to drop this off at the UPS store. What's up, Amy? What's up, KS? Welcome in. So over Mercari, me too. I don't get enough sales on Mercari to make it make sense to cross list over that. I realize it's so easy to do with Nifty, but it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. So did you find a new home? Not yet, but we're going to be looking on Tuesday. Tuesday's our first day, and then we have to get our house listed. It's probably not going to be until about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks until we can start putting offers in on houses because we have to get our house listed. So yeah, but we can still go look at houses. So we're going to start on Tuesday to try to get ideas of what we're looking for. So it probably won't be like a month, maybe a solid month or two until we actually do the full move, but we should be able to find a house pretty fast. And Kat's our realtor. Kat thinks we're going to be able to sell our house probably almost instantly as soon as it hits on market. So we're going to price it aggressively so it sells pretty quick. What's up, Marco? How do you use style numbers on clothing on search for items? I don't really search style numbers too often. Usually what we do is if we can't find the item for some reason, if we can't find it in search just using keywords, we'll usually use like Google Lens or something like that. How do you feel about the Titans picks? I think they're good. I mean, drafting another quarterback is like you're just praying the quarterback is good basically, but I don't really pay attention to the picks too often. I don't really watch the draft or anything like that. I saw that we had the first pick, so I watched that part, but after that I shut it off. I find the rest to be like really boring to just sit there and wait for picks. I also don't watch college ball, so I don't really know much about any of the players except for like the top players. That's it. Excited for you and your family. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be good. We'll see what we find. Tuesday we're gonna go out and try to look at houses and see what we can find. So should be fun. All right, next sale is a Depop order. This is a men's Patagonia shirt, just a plain Patagonia pink shirt. Picked this up for $6.69. This sold for $19 over on Depop. Remember, Depop doesn't have much fees, so after fees, shipping, cost of goods on this one, I made a profit of $11.24. It's pretty much what I'm going for when I pick up Patagonia like this, is I'm making about a $10 profit. So made my $10 profit, and now this goes into a poly bag and ships out. Yeah, we have you can see behind me, my background is blurred, but yesterday we had a empty background, and this morning we have a full background, and that's because we got some consignment in. So Saturday's consignment show is pretty much racked. I do have another consignment order coming in. I'm going to try to rack about 200 to 250 items for that show. And then on the ground below me, you can see that there's boxes. Those are all brand new tag Polo Ralph Lauren pieces that we're going to do on Sunday's show. So Saturday and Sunday show is in the house, ready to go. Can you do a bulk edit on eBay to remove free shipping? Yeah, you can do a bulk edit on eBay very, very easily. You just hit edit listings. You can edit all listings all at once. Just understand you can't edit listings that have active offers on them. So if you want to do a full bulk edit, what I would suggest is if you're using Nifty, turn off offers for at least a day. Also, don't send out manual offers for a day or two, and then go in a couple days later and you can edit all listings without having any issues. But if there's any active offers on any of your listings, you won't be able to adjust them. You have to keep them the same while the offer is active. So you can go through and change all your listings, and then if you see like 4 or 5 have offers, you won't be able to change those, but just write those down, and then a couple days later go in and edit those manually. What's up, Obabs? What's up, Hope? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. We got 19 orders, I think I said, to ship out today. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer live, but I don't think you guys will mind that. Next up, this is a Peter Millar blazer. I know you can't see it, but it's a brown plaid Peter Millar blazer. I picked this up in a bulk buy. Paid about $10 for this in the bulk buy. This one sold over on Poshmark for $81. Really, really good sale. Good plaid colorway on this. Usually I find these in like regular like navy blue colors. But this one had that nice brown plaid. It was a size 42 also, which is good. It's not bad to be a smaller size like a 42 when it comes to suits and blazers. So nice little sale right there. So Posh sale, so I'm going to stick it right in one of these bags. Have you addressed the Posh terms of excessive listings? Actually, I've talked to a couple people about this, so I'm going to put your comment on the screen. And then I'm going to talk you guys out of jumping off a cliff. So I actually talked to somebody this morning who sells a bunch on Poshmark. She's one of the probably the biggest sellers on Poshmark, known to the community. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, this is what my understanding about delisting and relisting on Poshmark. Can you just let me know if I'm right about this? So she said, yes, you are right about this. So this is what I asked her. I basically asked her, the only thing that a relist does on Poshmark is it puts you in the newly listed, or I think there's another word for it, but it's like newly listed page on Poshmark. That's the only benefit you get, and then you get to the top of search during that portion of the time. So basically, you get a delist, relist, you go to the top of search, same thing as a share does, and then you end up on the newly listed page once a month. If you do it every 30 days, if you do it every 60 days, you're ending up on it every 60 days, you're going on the newly listed page. There is no other real benefit. It's not like Depop, it's not like Mercari, it's not like eBay. All those platforms, they push you to the top of search. With Poshmark, you end up on the newly listed page. That's it. So my suggestion is, if you're worried about it, just turn off delist, relist, and just share your closet. Because if you share your closet, you'll end up at the top of search. If you notice, when you share your item, you go to the top of search, and then if you look at it an hour later, your item will fall. If you look at it an hour later, your item will fall farther. It's never going to go back up until you share that item. That's how Poshmark works. So Poshmark is like, they treat it like a social media platform. The more you post, the more you share, the more you get to the top. So if you're worried about it, just turn off delist, relist. There's no real benefit to it. So I talked to Deal Queen this morning. That's who I talked to. One of the probably largest like in the community sellers. So she knows her stuff. What's up, Peak? I left my relist on for Poshmark. Yeah, it doesn't change till the 1st anyway, so you can still do it for the next like 5 days. It doesn't matter. But after the 5th day, maybe if you're worried about it, turn it on every 60 days. I don't think they'll catch it every 60 days. I mean, it's not like an excessive delist, relist. I think they just don't want the same thing. I think some people were doing it manually, where they were like delisting and relisting like 2 to 3 times a day. I don't know what benefit they were getting from that. Again, you just end up on the newly listed page. I don't think you're going to sell a ton. Just share your closet. Share your closet and you'll end up at the top. Left my relist on for Poshmark. I figured Nifty will let us know. Yeah, I'm sure Nifty is gonna talk about it too. Pasha says you can use priority mail suppliers. Correct. Yes. With Poshmark, almost all of my items go into these Tyvek envelopes. I use these. I get these free from USPS.com. You can also use priority mail boxes. You can also use flat rate boxes too. You don't have to use. You can use any priority mail packaging. I just go with the Tyvek envelopes because everything's clothing for me. It fits really easily in there. It might be personal, but how do you keep track of your profits minus monthly expenses? Spreadsheets and Nifty. Nifty has an analytics page where it gives me my profit and loss. I can put my expenses in. I haven't done my expenses for this year on Nifty yet. I have mine over on Jason's spreadsheet though. But yeah, profit and loss. It gives me my profit and loss automatically. Everything is downloaded right into Nifty as my sales come in. All this gets put in, and then if you put it into the expenses page on Nifty, it'll also track that as well. So share to who? Share to when you share your item on Poshmark, it share to followers, it goes to the top of search. That's basically how Poshmark works. Is you can share to one person, literally one person. You can share an item, and it'll go back to the top of search. It's a weird algorithm that Poshmark uses, but that's why people have share bots. That's why AutoPosher has a share tool, because every time you share, you go to the top search. So if somebody searches for, let's say, Peter Millar suit, for example, and I just shared my suit, I have more of a chance of somebody finding my suit than if I didn't share it for 6 months, because then it's buried in search. Somebody's going to have to really scroll to find my suit. If you share it daily, which I share my closet twice a day with Nifty does it for me. I don't do it. It moves my item to the top of search. So, do you have to do anything if we have Nifty? As of right now, no, because it doesn't go into effect on the 1st. But what I would suggest is, if you're really, really worried about it, move your delist relist to 60 days, or turn your delist relist off altogether. Because again, the only benefit you get with a delist relist is you end up on the newly listed page. That's it. That's the only benefit you get, and then you move to the top of search just like you would with a share. But if you just shared your item, you would have ended up on the top of regular search anyway. So for me, if I was worried about it, I would just turn it off. You also get warned. It says that you're going to get a warning. You're not going to automatically get your account taken down. They've said it in the little thing that you'll get a couple warnings before they remove it. So if you get your first warning and they're like, hey, stop doing delist, relist, then just turn it off and you won't have any issues with it. To be honest, I don't think, in my personal opinion, this is my opinion, I don't think they're going to pull people's listings. They also have a rule that says you're not allowed to use bots to share your listings, and everybody uses bots to share their listings. So I think everybody's worrying about this, and Poshmark is probably doing it for the people that are, delisting, relisting their items multiple times a day, the same exact item. That's what I'm assuming. So my phone is delaying notifications when everybody must be my dad's area. Yeah, I'm alive. You see me. I'm live. How much is Nifty? There's a few different plans. First, I'm going to put a discount. I always do this because everybody always asks for it. I'm going to put a discount in the chat right now. If you click on this, you get a 7-day free trial, and you'll save 15% off your first month. That is, it will ask you to put your credit card information in when you do the free trial. That's just so when you decide what to go with, it just automatically charges your card. So don't worry, but it's not going to charge you until you decide. But Nifty has a few different plans. You have the automation tool. Show my page. Automation tool, which is your delist, relist, your share bot, your all that stuff. Send offers. That's what this is right here. You have your cross listing tool, which lets you cross list your items. Has your inventory manager, and also has your sales analytics page. So that's what you get with this. If you want all these features all together, it's $69.99 a month. If you need more listings, there's a bundle pro plan down here. The first two right here have 750 credits. Every time you cross list, costs 1 credit. If you need 2,000 listing credits, you can go with the bigger plans that are down here. I also have a full guide on YouTube too, if you are interested in learning how every single function works. That's on YouTube. So appreciate you, Babs. No problem, Hope. Yeah, I'm trying to talk people off a cliff. Everybody's like, oh my God, I can't use Nifty anymore. It's like, just turn it off. You don't get a benefit. If you actually just sit back and think about it, that's the only benefit you get. That's literally the only benefit you get. Yes, for sure. OVABs, best listing tool out there. Whatnot progress on Nifty, I have no clue. I talked to her a couple days ago. She said she's going to work on it, but I don't know. It's just all up in the air. So yeah, I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you guys, but my answer is I don't know. I think it's going to take a while before that comes in. So. Chrissy says Nifty totally makes a difference in sales as well as promoting eBay. I promote at 2%. Yep, promote on eBay and do the automated promotion. That way, when Nifty does a delist, relist on eBay, which is super beneficial for eBay, not so beneficial for Poshmark, really beneficial for Mercari, real beneficial for Depop. If you set up your 2% promotion on eBay, it'll automatically promote every single time you delist. Happy Friday question for you. I'm a thrifting baby. I'm selling about 20 items a month, but it's growing. I'm going to be on a cruise in June. I won't have internet through social media. How do I disable my sales going on a cruise in June? Yeah, so if you're on if you're on eBay, you go into your, I believe it's your tools. Let me see if I can find it. My eBay. There's a vacation mode setting. I got to figure out where this is. Oh, it's under account, I bet. Under account. Let me make sure I find it. I haven't looked there for this. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. I'm going to walk you through the whole process really quick. Walk you through the whole process right here. Let me take your comment off the screen too so I don't block anything. All right. You're going to go right here. You're going to click on this. Don't click on the drop down. Just click on my eBay and then go over to account and then go over to time away right here. When you click on time away, you're going to set up your time away. So you can set up an automated message. So when people send you a message, they automatically get a message that says, hey, I'm away right now. And then you can also set up your time away, edit time away, boom. And then on eBay, you can decide whether you are going to accept offers while you're away, or if you're basically just going to close down your store, people can see it, but nobody can buy anything. On Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, you can't sell anything. So Depop or eBay is the only one you can actually sell stuff when you're on time away. But super easy to set up. It takes like 5 seconds. You can actually schedule it too ahead of time. So if you know you're going to go on a cruise, you said in June, you can actually schedule the time away all the way to June if you want to right now. I would just suggest doing it like right before you leave and scheduling it. But it doesn't disable your listings. Your listings will still be live. You can still make sales. So basically what happens when we go on a cruise, like a couple years ago when we went on a cruise, our cruise was paid for off of our eBay sales, which was pretty cool. So you can set that up. Super easy to do. Nifty released Etsy, but I don't see it fully working yet. Yes, Nifty released Etsy. I pulled down my post, by the way. Nifty released Etsy, but it's not on the inventory tab yet. So you can just hook up your Etsy account, but you can't do anything with it. So that's where you're seeing that. I forgot to highlight your comment. I'm really bad about highlighting comments. But yeah, so you can see it. You can hook up your Etsy. You can't really do any of the functions yet. That'll be released later, but you wanted people to start hooking up their account so they can see that it's actually like coming. So what's the difference between Flip and Nifty? I have never used Flip before, but I guarantee Flip doesn't have an inventory tab, doesn't do your sales analytics, doesn't share your Poshmark closet, doesn't send out offers on all 4 platforms, and now 5 once Etsy is released. Doesn't delist, relist automatically. It doesn't delist sold listings. I don't know if it does any of those. That's all that Nifty does right there. Probably way more than Flip does. Flip is cheap because Flip is like you're buying a scooter compared to buying a Ferrari. Like you're like, sure, I can get from point A to point B using Flip, but I'm using a scooter to do so. When you could just buy a Ferrari and get there really fast. That's basically what the difference between the two. Yes, Flip is cheaper, but you get way more functionality with Nifty. That's why most people are going with Nifty nowadays. Nifty is actually making some really big moves. Once I can tell you guys the moves that they're making, because I get a little bit of insight, there's going to be some really big stuff happening within the next couple months. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. If you revise a listing on eBay, does it affect where your listing appears in search? If you just do a revision, it could. If you change like a title, if your title was shirt and now you put, the title is Peter Millar men's large long sleeve blue plaid shirt, that's going to push you in the algorithm because that's going to help people look at your item. So if you're just revising it, just hitting revise and not changing anything, then no, it won't help you. What will help you in search is doing a end listing and a sell similar on the same item, and that will like tell eBay that you're listing a brand new item. That's kind of what Nifty does. A little bit different though. Nifty ends your listing and creates a brand new listing for you, gives you a new item ID. With just a revision, it doesn't really do much. So I'm late to the party. What's the deal with Posh and Nifty? Don't worry about the delist relist thing. If you're really worried about it, turn it off, because the only benefit you get from a delist relist on Poshmark is you end up on the newly listed page and you end up at the top of search once a month. If you share that same day, you end up at the top of search again. So the priority with Poshmark is to share your listings. That's it. Share your listings. There's no real big deal with that. I think a lot of people are freaking out, but again, Poshmark has a rule that says no bots, no automation, and everybody that sells larger sellers on Posh, I don't know of any of them that don't use any sort of automation. So will they actually enforce this rule, this new rule? Probably not. They're just probably doing it to try to scare people out of doing it. Just like automation. Like, people don't use automation right now because they feel like Posh is going to ban your account. I've used automation for years and never had an issue. Never once had a warning or anything like that. How do you set up promote in Nifty? You have to set up promote in eBay, not on Nifty. eBay has an automated promotion. You can set up an automated promotion campaign, set that up on eBay, and you'll have no issues. So, how many is doing? I sell used clothes on eBay, Poshmark. Okay, shut up, Ethan. What are you doing here? Can you address you make more sales because you have more followers thing? It is true on Whatnot. I can say this. It is true on Whatnot. Can you build into Whatnot? Yes, and you don't need a huge follower base. But if you honestly think that somebody like me, somebody like Chris at Peak, is selling more on eBay because we have more followers, it's just false. That's I'll just address it that way. It's just false. It's just false. Appreciate you, Robin. I should be doing it. Why don't I ever highlight comments like this? I don't know. I've been doing this for a while, and I just started highlighting comments. Excited to see your daughter's creative items. Add our daughter's creative items on there. Oh, for Etsy? Yeah. It should be fun. Should be fun. No automation on Flip. There you go. This guy. Look, this guy. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Damn, I'm so behind on comments. You guys are going crazy this morning. I like it. If someone wanted to add a social media aspect to their business to bring traffic to their Whatnot, what platform would you recommend to start with? Ooh, that's a good question. It used to be TikTok, but nowadays TikTok views are like way down. You could post something that used to get 100,000 views, gets like 2,000 views nowadays. So, I would suggest, and I know it's going to sound weird, building a Facebook page for your business or your profile or your persona or whatever you want to build with it. Facebook page, way to go. And then you can link your Instagram to automatically post on Facebook. And I think you can do it vice versa too. I might be wrong on that though. But basically what I do is I post my videos on Instagram, and it automatically goes to my Facebook page. Super easy to do. It's automatic through Instagram and Facebook. You don't need any extra apps to do so. So you can be growing Facebook and Instagram at the same exact time. That's my suggestion. And then post that same content on YouTube too, because you never know. One of those videos could pop off. One video that I post could get 1 million views on Facebook, get 2,000 views on TikTok, get 500,000 views on Instagram, get 2,000 views on YouTube. And I post another video and those numbers are all flip-flop. Same exact video. So I would say post them everywhere. Just build all socials, because you'll see one will pop off and then you'll be like focusing on that one for a while. I have a new, would it be hard to switch to Nifty? I feel like it would take forever to cross-list everything all over. No, you don't have to cross-list everything again. When you download all your listings into Nifty, you're going to hook up all your platforms. So eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop. You hook up those 4 to Nifty. When you download all your listings, if you have the same item listed on all 4 platforms, Nifty will recognize it and put it all in the same line. You don't have to do any extra work. You're just bringing your listings over to Nifty, and then from there on out, as you list, you'll be bringing your items into Nifty or listing directly on Nifty, and then you can cross-list to all platforms. But there's no reason you don't have to pay for the import like you do on Vendu. I know you pay for an import on Vendu. You don't have to do that with Nifty. It's all included in your payment that you pay for your cross-listing tool. So no extra add-ons like you do with Vendu, which is crazy they do that. But to bring your listings over, it's just one click of a button, and you wait. Like the first time you do it, it'll take like 15 minutes to bring all your listings over, but then once it's all set up, you're good to go for the rest. And then if anything is out of order, it's just a drag and drop. If you have like a Peter Millar shirt that's on 2 separate lines, but it's the same shirt, so you have eBay, Mercari, Depop, and Poshmark for some reason didn't get recognized, you just drag it up to the next line and it puts it in the correct line for you. It's super easy to do. I use Flip, no comparison with Nifty. There you go, straight from somebody who used it. I emailed them yesterday with the ideas to improve analytics. Nice, let's go. You can always ask Nifty for new features, and they always look into your requests. So for sure. Chris says Facebook. I agree. Chris is on Facebook right now. I agree. Found my second Untucked blazer. I've never found an Untucked blazer. I think either Chris or Surfs found an Untucked blazer recently. Never found one before. I wonder how fast it'll sell. I know they make them, but I've never found them before. Might need help with all that inventory. Ethan, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on vacation or something? You're so stupid. God, get them out of here. What? There are 3 hecklers in here. I can't do this. Is there any other way to build a Whatnot following? I sell on Whatnot. You can build organically on Whatnot. It does take longer. Obviously, if you have 100,000 people on Instagram and you're able to bring those people over to Whatnot, it does help. But you can grow organically on Whatnot on the platform just by bringing good inventory and showing up regularly. Be consistent with it. A lot of people will do one show, say nobody showed up, and I quit. And it's just like, okay, it doesn't make any sense to me, because if you felt like there was going to be 100 people there in your first show, you were thinking wrong. There's nobody out there would tell you, like, sure, if you just load up a Whatnot show, you're going to have 100 people in it. So be consistent and bring good inventory. You can grow on Whatnot. ZK is a perfect example of that. ZK is probably the top seller, or one of the top sellers on Whatnot. She grew her Whatnot following not based off social media. She grew it based on the platform and just coming with good shows, bringing good inventory, and now she's killing it. She sold 600 items yesterday in one live. So yeah. eBay seller only. Is it worth a Nifty for me? 350 items store. I list 5 items. 65% sell-through rate. You have 350 items. I would say yes, and I would say that's because you can now open yourself up to more platforms. The delist relist thing is very helpful for you. But I would bring those items over to more platforms, because it's so easy to do. With 370 items, you can do that in about 2 to 3 hours on Nifty, and then you can open yourself up to Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, all that good stuff. So I'm going to throw Nifty's discount code in the chat again, because I know some people are just hopping in. I threw it in earlier. But yeah, try it for free. I mean, you have 350 items in your store. You could cross-list a few, see how it works, see how the delist relist works on Nifty. Have some fun with it, and if you don't like it, you don't have to sign up. But I think you'll like it. So, sorry, Wayne, not always. I'm missing listings. What are you talking about with Nifty? Reach out to Nifty if you ever miss a listing. If you ever miss a listing, reach out to Nifty, because they'll figure out why. There should be no reasons. I haven't had a delist relist have an error since the beginning when Nifty first released cross listing. So ask Nifty to figure out what that listing was. Give them the actual ID, and they'll actually look into the listing and figure out why it didn't get pulled. Usually it's a mistake on the user and not on Nifty, because the couple times that I did it was actually my mistake and not Nifty's mistake. Who is Ethan Creep? Ethan Creep? Oh, he's a creep. That Ethan guy is a creep. This guy right here. Don't trust this guy. He's a creep. Want me to take out the trolls? Amy, take out Ethan. Get him out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get Ethan out of here. What's up, Oliver? See? This guy right here. Just get rid of him. Get rid of him. By the way, Ethan probably has a Whatnot show. You guys should all go join it today. If you need some shoes, go to Ethan's Whatnot show. Same name on Whatnot. What do you got going on today? Today we have nothing going on because Joey's sick again. I got Joey sick this time, so Joey's homesick. My middle daughter is homesick too. We all got this like disease that came to me first, and I spread it to everybody else. But yeah, so we got nothing going on today. I'm probably just gonna finish setting up a Whatnot show. Oh, I do have something. I have 2 consignment boxes coming in today. I might fire up a consignment unboxing on Whatnot and just have some fun later today, because I'm not going to be able to get out of the house and go thrifting. There's just no way. With your interview with ZK, nice. That interview is up on YouTube. I did it so long ago. I did it on TikTok days. I think it's probably about 1.5 years old. But yeah, ZK's interview. Go watch that interview. I forgot I even did that with her so long ago. I should probably do another one. Do another live with her and have a bunch of questions, like questions that I have in the community, because she's one of the biggest sellers. I'll probably reach out to her and see if she wants to do one again whenever she has time. She's a very, very busy woman, so it's pretty hard. So, Amy, don't encourage him, please. Gosh, I'm never gonna be able to I'm never gonna be able to ship. This is fun. I like this. I never get this many questions in the morning, so let's go. 65% of his eBay inventory a month. Yeah, he sells 65%. There's people that sell 100% of their eBay inventory every month. Chris, we're just losers. I don't even know why we're giving out advice. We suck. You sound much better today. Yeah, you can see as I go on with the live, my voice is going to slowly go out. That's why I've been trying to protect it this week. But yeah, I definitely feel a lot better. I've been drinking a lot of. So I've been doing. I don't want to announce this to everybody, but I've been doing the 75 hard since the beginning of this week, and I've been drinking a gallon of water a day, and I think that helped me a lot this week, because usually I wouldn't have drank a gallon of water a day. This morning I had one of the element packs in my water because I could feel like my legs were starting to get tight. And now they're a lot better, but yeah, the element packs with the water, really, really good, and I'm feeling a lot better. But appreciate all the well wishes the last couple of days too. But but say the same. I've quadrupled my sales just using Nifty in the last week. Boom. I'm let the chat. There's another guy. There's another heckler in here. He's probably gonna heckle me too. What's up, Caleb? If you guys aren't following Caleb over on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I don't know if do you have Facebook? I don't know if you have Facebook, but I know he's a TikTok too. Make sure you go follow Caleb. So, start at import setup. Yeah, reach out if you have any issues with Nifty. Just reach out to Nifty support, and they will help you walk through. Just give them examples of what's going wrong, and usually it's something that you set up wrong or something you have set up wrong on your profiles within your stores that are making issues happen. So just reach out to Nifty; they'll take care of you. Have you heard of Vintage Fashion Guild? No, I haven't heard of Vintage Fashion Guild. I don't really do too much like vintage stuff, so I don't know how much it'll help. Also reach out to Nifty because of multiple items not to listing, also creating multiple listings. Yeah, reach out to them, let them know. I haven't had any issues with that, but again, it's probably something within your settings or something Nifty could fix within their side that could help with that. So yeah, I'm gonna do whatnot today. Oh, tomorrow's Ethan's show. Thanks for the videos of reselling advice. You and Surf's lives make my work commute go by faster. Let's go. I like that. Just don't be driving and listen. I'm just kidding. If you put us on your stereo, that's fine. Just don't be chatting and driving at lights. People will start beeping at you. Drinking a gallon of vodka? Yeah, right. Water flushed out, yep. What book are you reading? So I started with Capital Gains, I think is the name of the book. Chip and Joanna Gaines' book, narrated by Chip. I do audiobooks. I don't do reading. I do the audiobooks when I'm on a walk. But I really, really like that book. I think I'm like 70% through. That big book is actually a really long audiobook to listen to. I think it's like 3 hours long or something like that. So on my 45-minute walk for the last 5 days, I've listened to that book. And it's a really good one. So Kayla's taking care of the kids. Something you don't know about, Chris. Kids. Vintage Fashion Guild. Okay, cool. Vintage Fashion Guild website is something we need to look into. There we go. I've caught up to everybody's chats. So we'll get back into shipping. All right, I'm good. All right, next up, let me go over to my analytics. And we got a marine layer top, brand new with tags. Picked this up for $9.81, and this one sold over on Poshmark for $27. Where do you get your audiobooks from? I just go on Apple Books, and I just order my books right on Apple Books. I'm probably going to re-listen to Rich Dad, Poor Dad next. And then I'm probably going to do some research on some books while I'm listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad to figure out what my next book's going to be. Just finished prepping for one this afternoon and got a new video out, finally catching up a bit. Let's go. Well, Caleb, you just had a baby, so it's acceptable. It's acceptable to be behind. I have kids too. We didn't just have them. We've had them a while ago, and we still get behind. So this guy gonna ship? Shut up, Ethan. Shut up. Ethan, when are you gonna do a shipping live, huh? Get out of here. Everyone spam the chat. Next up, Halara. Since Ethan says I'm not shipping fast enough, Halara is, let me find it. Women's Halara. These are 3X women's Halara pants. Brand new with tags. Picked these up at the thrift store for $7.47. And these sold for $25 over on Poshmark. Easy peasy. Throw it right into a poly bag. Again, I'm using the free priority mail bags that I get from USPS.com. Because Poshmark allows you to use any priority mail packaging, including flat rate packaging, to ship out your orders. So order them for free from USPS.com. That way you don't have to pay for any of your shipping supplies when you ship on Poshmark. Next up, let me find this one. Peter Millar. I think this sold earlier. No. That's not it. Where are you at? That's the D squared. I must be just skipping over this with my eyes. Anyways, Peter Millar pair of pants. I believe these sold. Let me go on Posh. For some reason, it's not on my Nifty page. My sales. Peter Millar pair of crown crafted pants. Sold these for $45 over on Posh, and these I only paid $20 for. I got these from TJ Maxx Yellow Tag clearance event. I bought these like, I I want to say like 8 months ago. These took quite a long time to sell. That's why I took a best offer on them. I had them listed for 60. They were a good pattern, but they just sat forever. So unfortunately, I sold them still. I made good money on them, but they just took too long to sell. Most libraries offer digital apps as well to listen to audiobooks. Free resource. There you go. I don't know the last time I went to the library. Where's Kayla? She's taking care of Joey. Joey's home today. Erica. Joey's home today. She's over in the back room taking care of Joe, bro. Next up, I got a D squared dress. Good brand to look out for. It's, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see if you guys can see this. That's the brand right there, D squared. Look out for this brand when you're out thrifting. They make a lot of men's like jeans and stuff that do really well. Dresses, not so well. They sit for a little bit. We still sold this for good money. I paid $12.04, and this one sold for $40 over on Poshmark. It's brand new with tags. I think this thing retail for like a couple $100, but you're not going to get that resale value. So, do you guys miss me? Yeah, I mean, we haven't been to Sarasota in, I want to say like a month. We haven't been. Probably the last time we met up is the last time we went to Sarasota. So however long ago that was. We just haven't had time to go out there. And it seems like every Friday somebody's sick or we have other plans. So hopefully next week we can make it out there and go thrifting and see what we can find. I kind of just want to buy a bunch of stuff in Sarasota and then do a whatnot show later on that day and just sell everything that we find. I think that would be pretty cool. Next up, Maeve. Another pair of Maeve items selling. This one is brand new with tags. Maeve. Pair of Colette pants. Picked these up for $16.05. These sold for $45 over on Posh. Two Maeve items in one day. That doesn't ever happen for us, but nice little sale. $16.05 into $45. Lots of higher dollar sales yesterday. Good $40 to $50 sales. I like it. I like the higher dollar sales. Here's an item that didn't sell for a ton of money, but it sold really fast. So this is an brand new with tag Southern Tide intercoastal shirt. Intercoastal with Southern Tide is a really good line to look for. It has an intercoastal tag right down here. Look out for those because they sell really well, especially new with tags. It's a men's size large. I picked this up at the thrift store. It says I paid $7.49. I think this was a full price buy, if I can remember correctly. But anyways, it sold for $29 and sold in like one day. 24 hours it sold. So look out for these. That's why I picked it up because I knew how quick it would sell for us. I've been MIA. I got an gnarly staph infection and was in the hospital. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Didn't you get it? Didn't you like you're working at one of your friends like you said you're working at one of your friends like restaurants or something like that too? You mentioned it in the Whatnot show like a week and a half ago, so I figured that's where you've been to, is working, helping your friend out at their store, something like that. You said I can't remember. I can't remember. All right, that one shipped. Next up, we got a Untuck It shirt, men's Untuck It shirt. Let me see if I can find it in here. Men's Untuck It shirt. I've got so many sales I can't find anything today. This might be an older one that Kayla forgot to pull too. Men's Untuck It shirt. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is an older one. She forgot to pull this the other day. Untuck It. Men's Untuck It shirt. Sold for $25. I don't know what we paid for this. I have to scroll. Where did she forget this? Public rec. Untuck It. There it is. Paid $5.32 for this. It's a nice short sleeve Untuck It. It's got a really good pattern to it too. These are still selling for me. I know a lot of people are saying don't pick these up. They still sell for me very frequently. Sold for $25 over on Poshmark. That must be where the other one was. Kayla forgot to ship it the other day and it was buried in my listings. Appreciate everybody hanging out too. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button while you're watching the stream. It does help push this out to more people. And then let me know if you sold something cool. Drop it in the chat. If you have any questions, of course, ask. Yeah, a couple of days a week, helping them at the restaurant until they're fully staffed and training all new employees. There you go. Gotcha. I knew you said something about that. Always blaming Kayla. Well, she did pull orders yesterday, so I'm just saying. Awaiting shipment. All right, we got 9 eBay orders going out the door. I'll do all the easy ones first, and then we'll move on to the harder ones. These are Lily Pulitzer shorts. Very small package with these because they were a very small item. Picked these up for $4.25. Just a normal pair of lined Lily Pulitzer Luxletic shorts. These sold for $20.70. Easy sale on these. These were listed probably about 2 weeks ago, and they already sold. So if you can find these Lily Pulitzer Lux Letic shorts, I think we sold 2 pairs of these within the last month. Both sold within like a week or two. So pick them up if you can find them cheap enough. Sold some Polo Ralph Lauren Fireman. I've never found a Fireman clasp Polo Ralph Lauren item before, ever. That's on my bucket list. I want to find one. The jackets, the pants, the just crazy pieces. If you don't know those, go look them up. Never ever find them though. Never ever found them. To be honest, I don't know who wears those. I really don't know who wears those. I don't know how you could make a fit with those, but some people like them. They're very collectible. Appreciate you, Babs. You picking up cotton untuckets too? All untuckets. That one was 100% cotton that I sold. It's got a good pattern on it. The plain like short sleeve ones, my buy cost has to be low because those aren't going to sell for $22.99. Those are going to be a little bit lower. But the long sleeve, especially in bigger sizes, I'm still picking those up. They're still moving. If you go to my eBay store and just type in untuck it and go to solds, you can see they're selling very, very frequently. I probably sell 1 to 2 every single week. So I'm still grabbing them. Next up, another item that sells really quick for me that some people pass on is Orvis. And this is an Orvis, specifically the Active Fit line. Sells really, really well. It sells really fast too. Paid $9.61 for this, and it sold for $22.50. That's a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. So nice little sale right there. Throw that into the package and ship it out. I'm gonna take a sip of water here in a second. I can feel my voice starting to go out. 9 ounces. Oops. Buyer paid $7.15. I'm paying $5.49 for my label. And that one is going to be shipped in a second once this loads. Boom. Sip of water. Much better. Alright. That one shipped. Next up, another brand that sells very, very well for me. Some people still pass on it, but I'm picking it up. Tommy Bahama, 100% silk. This was a men's size small too, but it had a good floral pattern going all the way through on this one. Paid $8 for this one, and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping. I will say this weekend show on Saturday, tomorrow night show on Whatnot, we have some insane, good, like big back hit Tommy Bahama shirts, like tons and tons and tons of them. So if you like the Tommy Bahama or you want to buy it to resell it, we're going to be running those tomorrow night. We're also probably going to do a big giveaway tomorrow night too, because I'm probably going to run close to 200 items. It's going to be a pre-owned show, and it's going to be the first pre-owned show that I run super, super fast pace. And we have so many heavy hitters tomorrow, so make sure you come out. Show the nice Polo Ralph Lauren Whatnot piece. I'll show it in a second. I will do that. If I can find it. It's on the rack somewhere. I got to find it first. Let me see if I can find it on that rack. Might be on the second rack. Oh, I see it. This is the piece that Surfs is talking about. Like I said, it's going to be fast paced. I think we're going to do $10 starts, and we're probably going to do 10-second sudden death on everything. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren. It's made in USA, men's size, extra large. Really, really sick shirt. I don't know if it's going to show up on screen. You guys can see the pattern. Really, really sick Hawaiian shirt. If you look these up, these go for insane money because this is a made in USA. This is a true vintage collectible Ralph Lauren shirt. It does have like a little bit of marks on the front. When I show it on the live, you're going to be able to see it better, but there's little spots on it, but it's a true vintage piece, so you got to expect it to have a little bit of flaws here and there. This is like highly collectible, made in USA, vintage Polo Ralph Lauren. This is going to be sold on tomorrow's live. I also have Farm Rio. I have Johnny Was. I have like insane stuff. Like everything on these racks, there's nothing that's really basic. Everything is pretty insane. So Tommy Bahama sells good for me too. It does. See, it Surfs. See, look at this. See, look at that comment, Surfs. Jan knows Tommy Bahama. Surfs always tells me Tommy Bahama doesn't sell. That's why I always give him a hard time about it. So yeah, definitely a cool shirt. That's going to be sold tomorrow and Whatnot. A $10 start. You're going to start at 10. So automatically you have good resale value automatically in it, and we're probably going to do sudden death on everything. We're going to move stuff so fast tomorrow, like lightning speed. Lightning speed. Next up, Ariat. This is a men's size extra large Ariat shirt. Good print to this one. That's why it sold really quickly. Paid $8 for this locally in a bulk buy, and it sold for full asking price, $24.99 plus ship. Used to be able to get like 35 to 40 for these. Ariat doesn't sell as well as it used to, but it still sells well, and it sells fast. So good like springtime color on this one. So yeah, nice Ariat sale. Ariat. I don't know how you pronounce it. Everybody always tells me I pronounce it wrong, but found Peter Millar Perth 1/4 of new attacks yesterday, listed in the morning, sold 30 minutes. Yep, use the keyword Perth in your listing. If you actually use the style name, you'll sell that really fast. So that's why you probably sold yours super fast, because you knew how to look up the exact style name of that listing or that item. But yeah, anytime I list a Perth sweater, it usually sells pretty quick. I never pick up Tommy Bahama. You should. If they have good bright patterns, and they're 100% silk, 100% linen, even if they're a silk blend, they'll do well. The 100% cotton ones don't sell as well as the silk ones do. Just be careful when you pick up the silk shirts, because if they're stained or flawed, they are very, very hard to get the stains out of, because you can't really wash them like you normally would wash a shirt. You can, but you can't like dry them. You have to like air dry them. So usually if they have any stains on them, I'll usually pass by them, because silk's a little bit harder to wash than a normal like cotton shirt. Next up, Carrots. This is a women's large Carrots top. Pick this up for $7.47. This is a Kayla pickup. Good brand to look out for. It's called Carrots, Kerrits. Not like a carrot, but it's spelled a little different. But the logo is a carrot. Sold for $22.50. $22.50 plus ship. So nice sale right there. That's another Nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and that person accepted. Perth. Yep. Perth. Perth. Peter Millar Perth. That one slides right in the bag and shipped out. Gonna go for 4 ounces. I'm probably gonna make a decent amount on shipping on this one. Decent amount on shipping. $4.51. Buyer paid $7.35. So nice little profit on shipping on that one. Speaking of Tommy Bahamas that are 100% cotton, I got one coming up that sold. I just sold it. It said they don't sell very well, but they do sell if you have certain styles, certain colors, and you'll see what I'm saying in just a second. So this Tommy Bahama shirt we picked up for $8. It sold for $22.50. Again, not a huge sale, but this one is a seersucker. I don't know if you can see that. It's got that seersucker pattern going all the way through, and it's a nice floral, like summery print to this one. So that's why it sold. It sold really fast. I probably could have priced this a little higher, but I just wanted to make it move. And this one, again, sold for $22.50. That's a Nifty sale. You'll have Tommy Bahama as well. Pass on stained silk regardless of the brand for sure. Yeah, it's just, you can wash them. It's just too much work to wash a silk. It's too much work to wash a silk item. So you could take it to cleaners too, but then you're paying extra to have your item cleaned. It's just like, yeah, just pass on it. Let somebody else deal with that trouble. You'll find an unstained one probably later on down the rack. All right, that's going to ship for 7 ounces. I'm paying $4.57. Buyer paid $7.10 for shipping. Almost done. We got 3 more items to ship, so longer live today because we just, for some reason, yesterday just popped off. We had a ton of sales yesterday, so I'll take it. Next brand is a good one to look for. I've mentioned it in a couple of my videos, and the brand is Todd Snyder. You can't see the label, but Todd Snyder, really good brand to look for. This is just a basic short sleeve button front shirt. Paid $5.34 for this, and I accepted an offer yesterday of $27. So nice little bread and butter sale. 5 into 27, give me about a $16 to $18 profit after all fees, shipping, cost of goods. Easy money. And that one sold relatively fast too. Probably took about 3 weeks to sell, so I'll take that. Going out the door, I'm paying 6 ounce shipping, so I pay $4.57. Buyer pays $7.10 for shipping, and then we got 2 big jackets that sold, and then we're done. As you can see, there's lots of short sleeves that are selling right now, and there's a lot of long jackets, things like that are selling. So it's still that in between time where people are still buying jackets, but also buying short sleeves, preparing for summertime. So in the next couple of weeks, that's probably going to change dramatically. But here, let's talk about these 2 really quick. I'll talk about this one first. This is a men's Carhartt jacket. Now, I don't find these too often. These are pretty much eaten up at thrift stores whenever they get put out, no matter the condition. But you can see that's a nice Carhartt jacket. It's got the nice liner that goes all the way through. Now, the only issue with this, it was just put out on a new rack. I've already sold the other one that I found on the new rack that same day. But I was going to put this one back, but I decided to grab it. The reason is, you can see there's a stain right there in the front. It's a marker stain. We tried to wash this. It didn't come out. But Carhartt is one of those brands that it doesn't matter if it's stained, flawed, distressed, they'll still sell. So this one, even though it was stained, we paid $37.45. Again, that's why I was going to be like, I didn't really want to pick this up because I was paying up so much for it. And I was like, am I really going to sell this for a good profit? And I was like, you know what? I'm still going to buy it. I think this will still sell for a good profit. I looked up some comps. I was like, okay, let's just try it. Listed this really high. Yesterday, it sold for $117 plus shipping. So this jacket right here, $117. Distressed, flawed, still sold for that price. We made sure we listed it with all those flaws in it too. And somebody still came through. I'm sure it's like somebody who doesn't care. They're going to wear that jacket probably to work or something like that. They don't care if there's a small spot on the front. So that one sold. I'll pack that up off of the live. And then also I sold this Brooks Brothers. This is a full Brooks Brothers trench coat. And it does have like a wool liner going all the way through. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but full Brooks Brothers. Where's the label on this? I forget where the label is. I think it's on the inside, but it's a Brooks Brothers. You got to trust me. It's a full trench coat, and it has like the trench style all the way through. I didn't pay much for this, I think. I only paid, it doesn't have my buy cost in there. I think I got this in either a bulk buy or I got this at Red, White, and Blue. I think I got this in a bulk buy, which means I probably paid about $10 for this, and it sold for $49.99 plus shipping. Really, really good sale. Men's Brooks Brothers trench coat. Trench coat still selling this time of year. Is pretty wild. Both of those are going to go into a box. Hey, buddy, you want to come in here? Come on, bud. All right, you guys get to say bye to Joey. We'll end the live with Joe Bro. Perfect timing. Hey, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, man.
I got the giant Nerf gun.
You got a giant Nerf gun.
Oh, no, my bullet.
Oh, your bullets are falling.
Hey, stop that bullet. And then there's one more bullet.
Okay, I got it. He's in here. He's hanging out. Here you go. You want to come sit on my lap?
Yeah, just for a second.
Here, I'll put your shooter right there, man. I'll put your shooter right there, man. You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you homesick today? Who got you sick?
The Ice Pops.
The Ice Pops got you sick. No, Daddy got you sick because I was sick earlier this week. And now you're sick.
Take this.
Ew. What do you want for lunch? Brennan says hi. Say hi, Brennan. What do you want for lunch today, bud? We gotta get lunch. It's lunchtime now. It's 12:30. You haven't eaten lunch yet, right? You just have Pirate's booty. Don't say poopy. That's mean. That's mean. Do you want to go? What do you want for lunch? You don't want anything? You just want to stare at yourself?
And I actually have a dart in the.
I think they can see it.
I actually have a dart.
He's gonna shoot everybody. Just sent an email regarding Poshmark. Okay. Nifty just said. Okay, Nifty just sent an email regarding Poshmark. Nice. Hey, don't knock over my glass. Do you want to say bye to everybody?
No.
You have to say bye though. We have to go.
No, I'm just so stay. Bye.
I know. Okay, you want me to say bye and we'll log off together? Hey.
Shoot. No, the dart is inside and it can shoot the camera.
Oh, it's gonna shoot the camera.
Oh gosh.
You're so silly.
See, I really have a dart in it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna head off. We got a Whatnot show tomorrow, so make sure you go bookmark the show. go shoot your mommy. We got Whatnot tomorrow, so go bookmark the show. It's gonna be like 200 crazy items. Make sure you bookmark it. Don't miss the show.
No, I have fire darts.
Yeah, fire darts. I'll have more information about the buyer appreciation giveaway tomorrow, so look out for the posts and everything. And then we're gonna do an unboxing live tonight, so make sure you come out tonight, unboxing live. And yeah, that's all the information I have. So appreciate you guys hanging out.